And for the teams that are struggling to meet expectations, Richard, what kind of advice would you give them at this point of the season?
Well, Kev, it all depends on why they're struggling. If they're trying to integrate new pieces, you got to stay patient. If it's chemistry issues, though, that can get a bit more complicated.
How have you handled chemistry issues when you play?
Well, some things are just unavoidable. Some teams have great chemistry, and some teams, not so much.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, we've got Jared Vanderbilt, Conley out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Lauri Markkanen, and it's Olynyk in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see.
That's good from Battistone.
And we've seen it for years. Despite their regular season success, the Jazz just unable to make much noise in the playoffs. Credit the front office for coming to terms with it and pivoting to a rebuild while they could get top value for their stars.
Now here is Conley. 6 on the shot clock. Markkanen passes to Clarkson. The three-pointer off the mark. And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. It's a three-point game.
And this is part of Morant's role. As a guard, he's responsible for finding the open man.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Left side Clarkson. He can't hit that time. Adams, some nice D.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
And he makes that one.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Here's Markkanen after the made shot from Battistone. They get a hand on it. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
And there comes a point when, for the team's sake, you might want to move it. He's hurting him with all of these misses.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
They were ready to roll right through the tip. There was no warm-up period. There was only, let's do this.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz.
Well, if you poll players on who they think the strongest guy in the league, I'm pretty sure Steven Adams would be a top pick.
One more time for the Grizzlies versus Utah team. Come on.
Outside, Markkanen. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. 5 on the clock. And the drought. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Steven Adams picks one up. And for Adams, his strength makes him difficult, Richard, to deal with.
Oh, yeah, it's the absolute worst. He sets some of the hardest screens on the league, and he's been one of, if not the best offensive rebounders for over the last decade. It takes multiple people to box out that large unit.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Markkanen can't get it to go.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
With the teardrop. Yes, that goes in.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
Yeah, and even up big, still playing the right way, keeping that aggressive nature and attacking the rim.
Now, here's Markkanen. In the game against Chicago, he was very impressive. Here's Clarkson. No good. Morant with some nice D.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's God. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
And he's the main reason they have the lead right now. He's been perfect from the field, literally.
And the Jazz call time here. Last time they met was in Utah.
A bad outing offensively. You break that game down, their issues were pretty clear.
Won't win games in this league with an offensive night like that. They've got some things to figure out.
Pass to Clarkson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on baddest one. That is his first foul of the game. And for a while there, Greg, it seemed like we were entering the super team era. But lately, homegrown talent, players you draft and develop or sign and develop, seems to be the way teams are going.
Yeah, and it's not easy to maintain a culture when you're bringing in stars from outside. We've seen some...
Nice finish.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
And a look at the Mobile One drive, driving right into your living room.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Pass to Olynyk, shot to stop the run, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on baddest one. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Picking up that second foul early is tough. He'll have to be careful, and we'll see how much coach trusts him to not get that third.
Clarkson kicks to Conley. Back to Clarkson. Got a piece of it. Morant against Conley. Out to Brooks. Here's Guy. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. Buries it from three-point range.
And when you got someone putting on a show like this, I mean, in the first quarter, you have got to be kidding.
Brooks against Markkanen. Clarkson for three. And that one is off. And it's Memphis the other way.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think it's more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Baines checked it. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, they just pummeled them from the perimeter. Did a nice job working the ball around and getting those high percentage looks.
At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. Baddest one out there with Morant. And it's Adams in at the 5 spot. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, baddest one in the last outing against the Magic had a huge game. He had 69 points, but it was his season high in rebounds that really stood out. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
Markkanen against Brooks. Back to Sexton. Shoots over Morant. The shot by Sexton, no good.
How did he break that one? He smoked it. Everything was set up for that to be an easy basket.
Adams, the pass to Guy. Out to Morant. 6 to shoot. Driving in, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
Here's Olynyk. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And there's the patience you want to see from Sexton. Eyes up and finds the open man.
Pass to Guy. With the drive, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Back to Sexton. To the middle. Here's Clarkson. It's not going to go for him. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. And how much do you love to see a guy with the skill and the nerve to pull off that reverse?
Well, you know, Greg, if it was any other player, it might be surprising. But he is just so good. And it's Memphis on the break. Here's Guy. 32 points in the game. And he goes in for the dunk.
God, we had to take flight to get to this game tonight, but here's a guy who simply takes flight and flies at will on the back.